Now you can react. I got it now. I'm ready to go. This is this. I'm ready now. Look like a damn fool sitting here. Perfect, beautiful. Let's go. Let's see. Give me a 5x5. Let's see some stuff. I've got these beautiful lenses, by the way, the beautiful Robert Mark. These are great glasses, but they have a lens. They have a Zeiss B lens that is so polarized, you can't see a lot of different things. So give me a 5x5. Give me a chat. Somebody say something. Give me something to read. Say something. Don't make me go through this again. This is a work in progress, folks. This is a work in progress. I don't have a team. This is it. It's me. Because I can't, when I'm talking to you and I don't see anything, it doesn't work. Listen to that, huh? It's a sound of freedom. Come on, anybody, let's go. Give me one. I want to see a chat. Somebody say something. I've enabled it. I've enabled the chats. Let's go. Let's see it. Come on. I don't see anything at all. This can't be. This cannot be. I may just toss this later. Don't worry. So pay attention. There we go. Look at that. There we go. Son of Overbrook. What the hell? You're the first one. Welcome, welcome. Have a seat. Have some crumb cake. How's everybody doing? Is this coming across? Can you hear okay? Is it a 5x5? I still got these little things right now. What does this say? Hot, hot, hot. Hi, friend. Look at that. Beauteous. God bless you. God bless you. Look at this. Gotcha. Look at this splendid there. There you go. We hear you. Great seeing you. Good seeing you, Lorraine. God, the sound is a little low. Maybe this is better. I feel like Feckety now. Talks like that. I should have some kind of a device, but I don't. I just thought, you know what? This is so random. I just ran outside. I said, the hell with it. I've got to get out. I've got to just, and everybody's making it such a big deal. Last night we had the Knicks game, 1 point. Okay, it was terrific. Sound is fine. That's right. You know what? You know what, Lorraine? The rain in Lorraine, mainly in the plane. There's always somebody who says, I can't hear you. Check your aspect ratio. Oh, shut up. It's better when you're holding the microphone near your mouth. How's that? Very good. Look at this graphics nightmare. This is good. This is great. Wish you could be here. We could have a picnic. We could spread a blanket out. Hello from Scotland. I'm not going to do a Scottish accent. That is demeaning and that's rude. God bless the Scottish people, even though we can't understand it. Ooh, rare level 4 severe weather risk. Strong tornadoes, destructive winds, and large hail are possible. Ooh, yes. Howdy from Texas. Hi, how you doing? Where you from, Bear County? Yes, sir. By the way, I know when I'm reading this, it's this depraved look because the camera's there and I'm looking there. So it's like when you look like this. Hey, I'm Cash Patel. I'm getting laid. Not for long, Cashy. Not for long. By the way, let's have a vote. First annual Lionel Nation. Who was the most batshit crazy of the entire lot? Lionel living in Lutz, right off of Dale Mayberry. I know it well. Or as some people say, Dale Mayberry. You know who Dale Mayberry was? He was a dirigible, a pilot. Let me try this again. He was a dirigible pilot. Middle Tennessee joins us. Who do you think by far, out of all of the people in our Kansas sphere, is the most batshit crazy? Not stupid, not deranged, but crazy. I mean, kind of dangerous, sort of crazy. I'll lead off. I think Dana went right to the top. This woman ain't right. She ain't put together right. There's something. She is so angry. Louisiana, Laura Loomer. You know what? I stand corrected. Floppy. I stand corrected. How could I forget the Charles Lindbergh of crazy? You are so absolutely correct. Erica and Dana. Erica, I don't think is crazy. I don't think she's crazy. I think she's a little foolish. And that may not be. Oh, Larry Loomer is Larry Loomer. Now, Alex, you know what? Now you got me going there. Okay, Loomer, Dana, because Dana takes herself seriously. And there's nothing more frightening than somebody who takes themselves seriously. There's Loomer, Dana, uh, Alex, Clark, or whatever her name is. I think she's she's there. How about Vance? How about Fiddle Boy? I'll tell you what. How about Fiddle Boy? Hi, I'm gonna play Turkey in the Straw. People are staring at me over here. I'm gonna have to move. I don't want people to hear what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Um, Vetberg is he's just sad. He's just pathetic. Do you think somebody's gonna say, "Hey, look, what are you doing? Look at this. Be careful." Looker is the bar from which all others are measured. Oh, look. Oh, yes. Look. Oh, Loomer. Yes. What are you doing? You're going to catch a cold. It looks wonderful out there. No, it's 90 degrees. It's beautiful, beauteous. All kinds of helicopter pilots. All kinds. We have the heliports up and down the west side here. So you hear this stuff all the time. Can you hear? I don't know if you can hear this in the ambient sound. Helicopters, real low. This is where Sully Sullenberger landed, a little bit up the river, up the lazy river, near the GWB. Breaking hard till it opens. Says hi. That's beauteous. Um, Kirk. Do any of your friends ever? No, I'm not in Central Park. I used to dog walk there. I'm gonna go to Central Park next. No, this is Riverside. This is off of West Side Highway. This is the West Side. I'm right. I'm looking at the Hudson. Hudson's right over here. I'm just watching all this. There's the tugboats and the ferries and the not those kind of ferries. So long as Erica's nowhere inside, I think you're safe. I would love to talk to her. I'd love to talk to her. I'd love to sit down and say, you know what, Erica, let me ask you a question. Tell me your story. What don't people understand about you? What is it? And I'm serious. I want to know what it is. What does she see herself as? Not that kind of fairies. You know what I mean? Bless your heart. See, that's an old timer phrase. How about Nancy? You know, when somebody was a Nancy, they referred to James Buchanan, the president, as being the first and the only gay president. They referred to him as a Nancy. There were also something called Nancy girls. They were also called Friends of Dorothy. Have you ever heard that? Friends of Dorothy. Are you familiar with that? In the early days of Hollywood, let me get a little closer here to you. It doesn't really matter since I've got a microphone. In the days of Hollywood, they had, it was very closeted. You could lose your career, everything. So, in order to meet other folks who were perhaps gay or like minded, they would refer to each other as being a friend of Dorothy. And that was a code word for maybe Dorothy in the red slippers or whatever. But that meant gay. Okay? So, and that's nobody wants that. See, that's the thing I want to tell you. We can joke sometimes about things. Poor Vance. Vance never hurt anybody. But you think somebody would say, listen, Vance, you know they're going to call you gay, right? As soon as people see this, you know that. So if that's okay with you, nothing wrong with that, then be aware. But I think Vance acts surprised, didn't you? He called it a skit. He said, you saw my barista skits. And again, I'm thinking, were you not thinking about this? And Alex, were you not, you know, your friends are laughing at you. Technically, you're engaged, but not really. You know what I'm saying? Not really. Aussie government are talking about J.D. Vance coming here. J.D. Vance is so over. He's a Palantir bitch. He's owned and operated by. Let me tell you something, and I want everybody to listen to me. I know there are many, many people who believe this in all of their heart, in their hearts of hearts, and I get it and I understand it. But they will tell you and they will believe that AIPAC, that the Jewish lobby runs this country. I'm not going to dispel, I'm not going to argue it. I'm not going to say anything about it. But whatever you think AIPAC does, big tech does it a million times more. They own everything. It just so happens that they don't necessarily want to go to war. Maybe Palantir does. They don't want to necessarily invade sovereign countries, but they're going to own every aspect of our civilization. Believe me when I tell you that. They are the most dangerous people. And what AI is going to do is something that um, you cannot conceive of. Love you, Lionel. Hello from Canada. God bless you. You and you Canadians. How many? How many? Was it? How many? No. How do you get 100 Canadians out of the pool? By asking them to get out of the pool. Uh, there was a terrible joke years ago. This isn't funny. This isn't funny. Why do Canadians like doggy style? So they can both watch ESPN hockey at the same time. Now that's not. See, that's not funny. That's really not funny. You know these jokes, these kids. You know with their jokes. Is that funny? Really? I don't think so. I really don't think that's funny. I honest to God, I don't think Canadians are always meant to be passive. You know, they don't care about anything. They never they never have an opinion. They don't get their feathers ruffled. I think they do. They were very important during World War II. Very important, by the way, during D-Day. So God bless. It even helped out in Vietnam for reasons I can't even explain to this day. Can't explain it. Hello from Ireland. Oh, Ireland. You bastard. You crazy bastard. This one there, the one there. Fuck's sake, the one there. They take what should be serious as a joke. We're taking what is clearly a joke as serious. These people have issues. You are correct about that. That is very, very profound. Very, very profound. They owned by the crown, aren't they? I believe technically, theoretically, they are. Hey, what do you think about? What do you think about? Oh, good, they left. What do you think about Trudeau? Hang on, man. Let me see if I can do this. What do you think about Trudeau with that Katy Perry? You believe in that bullshit? I don't believe any of it. I think there's so many beards. I swear to God, in Washington. Hang on. This will work. Oh, this will work. This is good. Hey, little bird. Look at the bird. Look. Hey, bird. New York pigeons. They just don't. They don't give a shit. They just don't. They don't care. Hang on, man. There we go. Have you gotten this thing lately? My wife and I get these letters all the or these emails are saying you've been approved for a loan. It's like I don't know who you are. I don't want your loan. You're approved for a loan. Hi, this is Chastity Wilcox from First Fidelity. Who stop? Go away. And then they hit delete, and if it's spam, hit it, and we'll send it to the spam. Where does it go? Does it really go somewhere? I don't think so. I don't really think it goes anywhere. Let me see. Let me put this here. I missed something right here. Somebody wrote something. Somebody wrote something. Hang on a minute. Let's all unite against the banker big tech overlords. Trudeau, he is his own story in itself. That is correct. Do you think that Trudeau, there's Nikki, there's Nikki, Bongina has become batshit crazy. Lionel's Cubs all know that relationship is a meme. Indeed. Ha ha. That's exactly what I responded to the media release. Coming here to check the data centers. Lionel on the loose, new series coming. Yes, I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that. Absolutely. This is going to be something that's interesting. You know what's also very nice? What I'm noticing here, a lot of people in New York, a lot of babies, loads of babies, babies everywhere. That's a good sign. That's a good sign. Unlike this nonsense, what's her name said, have babies whether you can afford them or not. but babies and of course dogs. Dogs aplenty. Lionel, I love that you're outdoors. Yes, Netta Kahu. I'm going to be doing this more. I used to do this all the time. I'm going to take you next time. I'll do Central Park next time, but it's too crowded. I mean, I will do it. You know what? I'll take you there so that you can be able to see it. But they have these, Hudson's right here, but they have these extended kind of playgrounds, but also where you can watch the sunset. And you see everything from this way, Jersey. I see all the storms coming, and at night you see all the geoengineering, all the chemtrails, as you would call them, and these weird octothorpes. Fantastic. Let's see who else we have here. I seen Central Park in the movies. You mean you've have seen or you saw? Lionel is live streaming by an actual live stream profile. What's the temperature? It is about. They say, to me, it feels like maybe 80. It's beautiful, but we're under the trees, very windy, and when you're next to the Hudson, the river, the breezes are incredible. There's a lot of money tied up in these phony relationships. Indeed, it makes it seem personal. It does. I've been there. Yes, you have. Betty's been there. I'll bet you she's been there. I'll bet you. You know what they say about old Betty? Love the grammar. Thank you, Lionel. No, no, no. Lionel, sometimes went. I should have went. How about poor Vance? Eyes and Alex's wedding. Eyes? Where are you, cat? Don't care. Where are you, dear heart? You're humid where? Being from Florida, I hated the humidity more than anything else. I hated it more than anything you can imagine. Grammar does matter. Oh, Louisiana. Oh God. Do they still have those great muffalettas at is it Central Grocery? Grammar and full sentences are one of my favorite things about chatting with you. Oh, Yolanda. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes. I love the rules, and I have a big problem whenever I've seen people do this. And it's with the Oxford comma. When I say they brought cakes, sandwiches, and cookies, do you put a comma before the and? I say no. That's the Oxford comma. Americans don't do that. That's it. I don't particularly care for that. I do a lot of commas for indirect sentences. Honestly, comma. Hey Tim, comma. That's an indirect statement. When you take Latin, you learn about the case, like dative, indirect statement. I gave the ball to him. What's the object? I gave the ball, but to him. It's like an indirect statement. It's like a clause in it. I hate this one. I say hate. I use the word hate because I hate it. Hopefully, I'll be there. Thankfully, I'll be there. That means I'll be there full of hope. I'll be there full of thanks. That's not what you mean. You mean I hope I'll be there, and I'm thankful that you're here, but not thankfully. That's an adverb. Don't do this. I love this. Pedagogic, indeed, but is it priggish? I used to love the Oxford comma. Now it's excessive. I, honest to God, do. Absolutely. I don't know if you can hear any of the birds. Probably can't now with this thing. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna get one of those little. I'm gonna get one of those little mic things for the hell of it. But this is working okay. It's very very simple. Oh, try gladfully. Oh, you can hear them very good. You know what I also like is when somebody says irregardless. So I like to say irregarding. I was so excited to see this, and now doubly excited you are promoting less use of the Oxford comma. Oh yes, don't like that. Don't really care for that. I love things like the M dash. I used to use a lot, but that's becoming more emblematic of what people think. Uh, I think ChatGPT and OpenAI is. They use it far too much. Um, I mean, it's okay. I like phrases. I like dashes, commas, of course, commas, correctly, colons. I love semicolons. Probably the most misunderstood of them all. We can hear you with some birdies. That's it. That's wonderful. I'm glad you get it. The sounds of birds. The most beautiful thing in the world. That and babies. My professor wants me to have an active voice. What is this? Have an active voice. Have an active voice, but I'm a passive person. Yeah, there you go. Well, active. See, lavalier microphone. I'll look at that wind diffuser. Yeah. I'll do that. I'll do that. I'll, I'll look. I just got my iPhone, that little stand. That's it. Semicolons are quite confusing, but when done right, perfection. Semicolons are like commas. Well, actually, they're like colon. Well, put it this way: they're after a colon when something is listed ad seriatim in a row. You put the following people were there: colon, the general semicolon. You can break it like that. You can consider it almost as a period. If you want to take two completely independent sentences that are kind of related, nobody knows and nobody cares. You can put nobody knows, semicolon, and nobody cares. Even though it's weird to start off a sentence with and, but it's okay to do that. See, this is what we learned in Catholic school. We spent our entire, and having, Latin, 4 years of Latin, we were the most, there we go, we were the most, what am I trying to say? We were the most conscious of, tenses and dative and pluperfect. I love that. I was there. I came. I had come. I had known. I like this. Would that I were there. Try explaining these things, these weird kind of concepts about not really there, not there. I always, who and whom is still something which I can do every single time because of Latin. Because you make who or whom him. Just make it him. And if I said, give it to who was there versus whom is there. There we go. Sorry about that. Sorry, dear friends. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. I've got to tell her, I was like, you called me. It's like, I was busy. Anyway, I really should wrap this up because we've been talking too long. We'll continue this. I'll have a series of my favorite things later. In any event, thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. This is the best. I hope we do it again. I hope you don't mind me intruding. It was fun. I love it. I'm going to do it again. And I'll go back home and we'll do something serious about God knows what. In any event, thank you so much. Have a great and a glorious day. I loves you. And don't forget, monkey's dead, show's over, sue you. Da da.